You hear that, Mike? ARB compressor time.
ARB compressor time.
Oh man, the luxuries. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of The Build. Now, before I get into this video, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry. I don't have all my camera equipment with me on this, or where I am right now, like my mics. So forgive me if the sound quality is not as good as it should be, but I really wanted to get this video out to you. So ahead of time, I'm sorry. But we are getting into the installation of my ARB air compressor, how I mounted it, and how I did it without spending hundreds of dollars on some custom mount. Put it right under the hood, and we are golden. So let's get into it. Oh, also, I just want to let you guys know, new to the channel, I put all my Amazon affiliate links. If you're interested in any of the gear I got, if you buy from my links, I get a little kickback that helps the channel out a bunch, so I really appreciate it. I also posted my non-affiliated links, so all the other gear that I have that I'm not affiliated with. So without further ado, let's get into this, and hope you like it. Is my ARB CKMA 1224 single piston air compressor. Finally getting my onboard air on the Granite Grand. I'm super excited. Yeah, so this thing, fresh out the box, looks amazing. And wow, it is heavy. I heard, I don't know for sure, I haven't weighed it. A couple other guys have said this is about 7 pounds, 6.8 to almost 7 pounds. So this thing definitely feels heavy duty and made with great quality. Of course, it's ARB, right? But let's get into what comes in the box. So we have the air compressor. We have the air filter right here. That's just gonna screw on right there. We have a relay. Engine's super dirty. And pressure switch. Pressure switch is going to end up mounting right in here. There's a cap on it. Screws in right there. Its own little rocker switch. If I can get it out. Right here. But we will not be using that because I have a switch panel already installed in the cabin. So this will not be needed today. But if you are going to use one, it comes with it. What else we got? Comes with a few different little accessories, stuff for, filling up, basketballs or sports balls or inflatable air mattresses. Also comes with a the tire nozzle, which we will also not be using this because guess what? I already have this guy. Now, I saw that ARB actually sells these on their website as well to go along with the hose. And those are awesome, but I already had this and I just haven't used it yet. So it should hook up just fine. And yeah, we'll use that one. And to hook up with that, ARB sends you this hose right here. I will, I'll post right in the video how long it is. I can't remember off bat. I think it's like 20 feet or something like that. More than enough to be able to reach all 4 tires. So, boom, there's that. Also a couple of other attachments for your hose right there. Some guys run an extension and put this in a different location from where the compressor is actually mounted. But today we're just putting this in the engine bay and it's going to be mounted right along with the compressor. All right. Oh, almost forgot. This tangled mess, well, it's not tangled. ARB actually put it together quite nicely. The wiring harness. Now, don't fear this portion. It really is not that hard. And ARB went ahead and labeled each wire for us and where they go. For me, this air compressor is going to be solely used for airing up my tires. I'm not running lockers or anything like that. So that would mean this little extension here, I do not need. If you're running air lockers, you will. This is all for different switches. We're just using this main harness here. So let's get started. Okay, so for this ARB air compressor, I've been trying to do some research online and see where people have mounted their compressor. My first ideal thought was using the strut mount, which is going to take a custom bracket. I was looking online for some brackets that you can just buy for this application, about 200 bucks a pop, and there's no way I am going to spend 200 bucks on a bracket, at least not right now. If you do, hey, more power to you, but I'm not about that at the moment. That can be put in other places, trust me. So my next thought, I saw guys that use these two holes here that they claim match perfectly with the air compressor. I guess not perfectly, because the way they had it was they used the bottom two and left these sticking up. It's a possibility. The other option was the radiator support. I guess these holes match up somewhere. I have to kind of maneuver this thing around and see how I can get it fit. That is also one of the cool things about this air compressor. If you loosen these Allen screws, you can move this guy any which way you please, which makes it a lot easier to fit inside the engine bay or wherever else you plan to mount it. So that is a cool thing I really like. All right, so my mounting location is just in front of the fuse box, and I had to take the little bracket that comes with the air compressor that mounts on the bottom of it, separated it from the compressor, and now I am adjusting it to these two holes here. These are both 10 millimeter bolts. So I'm just going to fasten those down, and hopefully those two will be secure enough to hold that air compressor. Okay, so she is mounted. Boom, right in front of the fuse box. Get this filter out of the way for a second. But before I go any further, we have to make sure the hood closes. Now it looks like where my quick connect sticks up, there's actually the perfect indent right here. Hopefully it's enough for that to clear. So let's see. All right, now time for the scary part, the wiring harness. Well, first things first, I have my relay. I know where that goes. It's gonna go right here. Boom. Step one done. These are for your pressure switches. All right, this is power to the compressor. All right, guys, so I know this is looking like a jumbled mess. Have no fear. I am still learning too as we go, but it's not that complicated. So far we have power cord hooked up. We have the pressure switches hooked up. We have our, where's she at? Relay plugged in. Now we have this end here. This is what I'm actually going to use to plug into my switch panel here. So those will go straight there. We're not going to use the yellow and green because that is for the air locker switches, I believe, or air locker switches, I believe. So I don't need to use those, just these two. And then finally, we have the 2 negatives, 1 positive. So battery terminal, ground, and another ground. And then she's all done. So let's go through this. Okay, so we got the positive running to the positive terminal. I have the ground over here for now. We're gonna clean this up in a minute, but right now I'm just getting this done so we can get a little test. Switch panel, these two are gonna go right in here. Boom. All right, so repositioning the air compressor now so that I have our quick connect facing this way. Pressure switch is gonna be right here because I was running into an issue where it was hitting the top of the hood when I closed it. It would still latch, but it would lift it up a little bit, and this should fix the problem. And it sits nice and flush. So just an option for anybody. Here's the finished product. So as you noticed, the compressor began pumping and then it stopped. That's a good sign. That means that there is no leaks. It is full and nothing is getting out. So then it stops. But now we'll go ahead and pump it up for the first time.